The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
When the Magi had departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise and take the child and his mother, flee to Egypt and stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." Joseph rose and took the child and his mother by night and departed for Egypt. He stayed there until the death of Herod, that what the Lord had said through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been deceived by the Magi, he became furious. He ordered the massacre of all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity, 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had ascertained from the Magi. Then was fulfilled what had been said through the Jeremiah the prophet. A voice was heard in Ramah, sobbing and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children, and she would not be consoled, since they were no more. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Brothers and sisters, good noon and still Merry Christmas to everyone. We are still on the 4th day of this Christmas season, hence this week it should be filled with joyful up until the Epiphany Sunday. But we might be wondering, we are in the season of joy, the season of Christmas, and yet the church remembers or celebrates the feast of this not so good to think and to feel celebrations. A day after, December 25, 26, we celebrated Saint Stephen, the first Christian martyr. And now we remember the Holy Innocents. So you might be wondering or asking, is the church becoming killjoy? Why is it that we remember these sad events in the church during the season of joy, Christmas? Brothers and sisters, in today's celebration, I think we are just simply reminded of the actual context in which Jesus was born. The context was not so good. It was never favorable towards him. In fact, a lot of people were not welcoming him, especially this Herod. It was a sad context. And I think this sad context is not very far from what we are situated. The context that we have today, especially in view of this COVID pandemic, plus the tragedies one after another, plus the news of gruesome murders. A lot of people are asking, is there a reason for celebration? Is there a reason to be happy with this very sad context that we have? But we go back to the actual context also when Jesus was born. God chose to be born during the night. Hence, he cursed the darkness. God chose to be born on a manger. Hence, lifted up the lowly, the simple, and the humble. And I think this is also our challenge. As we remember the feast of these holy innocents who were murdered by Herod, let us not allow the Herod of hopelessness to overpower us. Let us not allow the Herod of tyranny to overwhelm us. let us let Jesus, the light who cursed the darkness, to enlighten our ways. The first reading from the first letter of St. John, it says, God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. Indeed, with God in us, who was born lowly and humbly, amidst the seemingly darkness that we have, the sad context that we have, there is light. There's no darkness after all. Hence, there's still a reason to be joyful and grateful in this season of joy.